Imagine looking up at the sky one morning and seeing the moon glowing brightly right beside the midday sun, growing noticeably larger with every passing hour. This is not a scene from a Hollywood science fiction blockbuster, but the horrific beginning of the end for our solar system. If an unknown cosmic anomaly or massive gravitational perturbation were to yank the moon out of its stable orbit and send it plunging directly toward the sun, our Earth would face complete planetary destruction long before the moon ever reached its solar destination. As soon as the moon breaks free from Earth's gravitational grip, our planet's orbital stability would instantly shatter. Earth is tilted on its axis at approximately 23.5 degrees, a delicate alignment that has been stabilized by the moon's gravitational pull for over 4 billion years. Without this stabilizing anchor, Earth would begin to wobble violently on its axis, like a dying top. This sudden shift would cause global climate systems to collapse in a matter of days, triggering extreme atmospheric chaos, hurricane-force winds worldwide, and massive ocean displacement as gravity fails to hold the waters in place. As the moon continues its silent, terrifying journey toward the sun, accelerating under immense gravitational force, the true astrophysics of cosmic destruction take over. Most people visually imagine the moon smashing directly into the sun like a giant billiard ball. But according to celestial mechanics and physics, that scenario is physically impossible. Every massive object in space possesses a boundary known as the Roche limit, which is the exact distance where the gravitational force holding a satellite together is overwhelmed by the tidal forces of the larger body. When the moon crosses the sun's Roche limit, the gravitational pull on the side of the moon facing the sun will be exponentially stronger than on the far side. This extreme differential force will stretch, tear, and literally rip the moon apart from the inside out. Long before it can make physical contact with the solar surface, the moon will disintegrate in open space, shattering into billions of massive rocky chunks, boulders, and cosmic dust. This debris will instantly spread out across millions of kilometers, forming a temporary, glowing, highly radioactive ring system around the sun. Next, as this gigantic ring of rocky and metallic debris spirals inward at hypervelocity, it will dive directly into the sun's outer atmosphere, known as the corona. The temperature of the solar corona reaches millions of degrees Celsius, while the surface of the sun burns at roughly 5,500 degrees Celsius. The moon is primarily composed of silicate rocks, magnesium, aluminum, and an iron-rich core, materials that melt and vaporize instantly under such extreme conditions. The moment these millions of tons of lunar material slam into the solar atmosphere, they will not dent or break the sun. Instead, they will be flash vaporized into ionized gas within fractions of a second. To put this scale into perspective, the sun contains over 99.8% of all the mass in the entire solar system, making it roughly 27 million times more massive than the moon. From the sun's perspective, swallowing the moon is mathematically equivalent to dropping a single grain of dust into a roaring industrial furnace. The fundamental mass, fusion reactions, and structural integrity of the sun will remain entirely unchanged. However, even though the sun suffers no lasting physical damage, the kinetic and thermal energy released during this absorption will unleash a catastrophic backlash across the solar system. As the lunar debris slams into the solar plasma at hundreds of kilometers per second, it will disrupt the sun's complex magnetic field lines, triggering violent thermonuclear explosions across the solar surface. This event will generate unprecedented solar flares and colossal coronal mass ejections, blasting billions of tons of high-energy radioactive plasma and and intense X-ray radiation outward in all directions. If this supercharged solar storm hits Earth, the results will be immediate and apocalyptic. The intense radiation will burn away our planet's protective ozone layer, exposing all surface life to lethal ultraviolet radiation. Simultaneously, the geomagnetic shockwave will induce massive electrical surges, frying every satellite in orbit, completely destroying global power grids and collapsing all digital communications, instantly plunging human civilization into a dark age without electricity or technology. In the end, if the moon and the sun were to collide, the sun would simply absorb the impact, clean its atmosphere, and continue to shine brightly, as if nothing had ever happened. But the true casualty of this cosmic event would be the planet Earth and all life upon it. Deprived of the moon's gravitational stabilization, Earth's rotation would become chaotic over time. Ocean tides would completely collapse, changing marine ecosystems forever, and the endless bombardment of deadly solar radiation would gradually strip away our atmosphere. What began as a distant collision in space would leave Earth a cold, barren, and lifeless desert, floating quietly around a indifferent star. According to astronomers and astrophysicists, while a moon-sun collision is a mere minor blip in the vast timeline of the universe, for human civilization, it represents the absolute and irreversible end of the world. And subscribe for more educational video.